just came back from a retreat and I am totally tuned in the youth frequency, in the youth energy. And I wanted to share it with you because I realized during these days that I've been in the nature, having a lot of hikes, swimming in the ocean. It was very empowering practices, very empowering experience. I realized in the moment how much I was missing this energy, how much we need this energy for our life. And talking to the participants and witnessing their transformation during these days, it hits me this realization that we are missing very much the understanding about the youth energy, how to bring it to our life and how to keep it. So this time, for this live, we are going to be navigating youth. So we are during the live. I have a weird noise here. During the live, I will be sharing some knowledge about the youth energy connected with shamanism, a little bit with yoga. Later we will have a practice. I will do a short practice, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, to work with one of the biggest obstacles for the energy of youth, which is shame, the bad spirits, we call it in the shamanic tradition, the spirit of shame, which is blocking one part of our body. We are going to work with this during the practice. And if you have any question, you can write it in the chat. And in the end, I will answer some of the questions that the participants were sharing before this live. So, like this, we will start. I will share screen. Very good. Hope you can see. Like this. Very well. We are presenting like this. Yes, like this is good. So, the youth frequency, how to unlock the raw, spontaneous energy of youth. This title already is giving us a hint. It's giving you a hint about one of the most important points of this presentation, which is that actually you are able to do something with yourself, with your body, with your thoughts, with your energy, to bring more youth, to bring the fresh energy of youth to your life, which is totally against the systemic idea that youth is 100% connected with age. And this is the belief that we need to start destroying, dismantling, because this belief doesn't allow us to see youth, the energy of youth, like something that we can actually cultivate and bring to our life. So yes, the first thing I want to tell you, you have the potential to bring youth to your life. Even if you don't have the capacity to change your age, you can bring youth. You have this potential in your being, in your energy, in your soul. And I want to share with you today the main elements, the basic ideas about how you can do this. Before, if you don't know me, it's the first time you are coming to these gatherings, I am Tewas, I'm a shaman, I'm a spiritual guide. I have 10 years of experiences working with the energy as first more like a yogi during the first 5 years, and after 5 years of working by myself as a yogi, I met my teacher, and my teacher initiated me in this. I put this photo because it's very beautiful, and initiate me in the shamanic path, which is very much connected with nature, with adventures, with experiences, with people, gatherings, rituals. And this is what I've been doing during the last 5 years. And to tell you the truth, this brought a lot of youth and fresh energy to my life. So many trips, so many adventures, so many encounters, so many new people, beautiful souls, openings. I feel now way more younger than 10 years ago, which is very weird, no? Because I'm of course 10 years older now. So some of these practices, some of the energetic practices I'm doing, I'm going to share it with you during this session, so you will know different ways to bring this energy to your life. But I want to tell you, everyone that I know from this path, the people who are in my spiritual community, the people who are my spiritual family, my teacher himself, who is 55 years old, all of them, when we are together, we are like kids. The energy that we have in this moment is like a meeting of friends, very young friends. There is a lot of youth, spontaneity, freshness and freedom in this community that I meet very often. And I can tell you that they feel like very young people, very, very young. So the spiritual work, it can give you this energy of youth, and today we are going to see how. So the work I am doing in my path, and when I guide others, and when I guide myself too, is to, one of the core points is to redefine what is true success. And we should talk a bit about this before we go further. Why? Because we learned from this world that success is something that is connected with external situations or external achievements or external manifestations that we do, manifest things in our life. So success is money, to have a nice apartment, to have a nice trip, nice relationship, nice car, and all this. This you can measure. We learn to measure success like this in the external world. What I'm trying to do in my life with my path is to teach that actually the success, the only place where we can have fully a real success is within ourselves. So let's say if we are able to go to have clean consciousness and we are in peace with our past, and we can every day go to bed and to be in peace and to easily sleep in peace, in inner peace, this is a success too. To be able to be in inner peace, this is a success if you are able to live in such a way that you feel in peace inside. Another example, if you are able to, whatever is happening in your environment, to remain confident on yourself, to fully have confidence in yourself, in who you are, in what you can do, and you crystallize this inner state of confidence and self-worth, this is a success too, no? It's a very big success. If you arrange your life and your relationships and your relationship with yourself in the way that you can be and feel love inside, even when things are not going the way you want, you are able to look and feel love, to look at your partner or your family, your friends, to look at yourself, at your life, and feel love, connect with love. This is a success. It's a very big success if you can live feeling love inside. So I want to invite you to start changing slowly this perception of success, where success is, because you know very well that we are able to have very fancy modern car and still to feel inside insecure. We are able to have a relationship and still to feel inside lack of love. And we are able to have a lot of money and still, or normal amount of money, but we have everything that we need, and still to feel lack of self-worth. So we need to start redefining what we call success, okay? This does not mean that we should not engage with the external world, but the real success happens within ourselves. And the same happens with youth. The youth, the energy of the new, is not something that is in our face, how we look, because youth is synonym today. Youth is synonym of looking nice, not to have wrinkles, not to be old in your age, to be thin. This is another way to understand youth. To have how to say, fashion, youth, young fashion. So you have young clothes and you are on in the fashion style, and you feel like this. So we have a very strong definition of youth connected with external aspects. And what I want to invite you to redefine youth from inside, from within yourself. Okay, what means to be young within yourself, in your inner state, in your state of being, state of consciousness. Like this, we move forward. So of course, the best way to learn this is through contrast, because if we have the energy of the new and the energy of the youth, we will have the energy of the old and how it represents within ourselves. Of course, the best way to understand this is to think about the archetype of an old person and the archetype of a baby. We can think like this to understand this, how this energy works within ourselves. So the energy of the old, when it is inside ourselves, it creates heaviness, rigidity, tension. We become slow, we become heavy. The energy of the old is take us to live in a repetitive way. So you can experience that sometimes the old people, it's very difficult for them to do something in a different way, in a new way. And if you bring a new idea, it's like a threat for them. They know one way and they are very identified with this way. And sometimes this is not happening with old people. It happens with even people that they are not old, 40, 50 years old, but you try to bring a new idea, a proposal, a new vision, a new perception, and they are close to, they resist it. I don't like the new things, I don't like a new idea, I don't like this new opportunity to try new things. When we are close to the new and we live very much repetitive patterns, this is a sign that we are gathering inside then the energy of the old. Another example, you know this, that the older you are, the more difficult for you is to find a relationship. In my country, in Spain, there is this saying, if you are, the older you are, the more difficult it is to create a relationship. Why this happen? Because when we grow the energy of the old, we start getting attached to things as they are. I like to eat every day at 2 p.m. I like to watch my TV show. I like to clean my house in this way. I like to arrange the weekends in this way. And of course, a relationship, a love relationship, an intimate relationship is going to change everything in your life, because now maybe you need to share the space, you need to share the time, you need to share your house maybe. And like this, if you don't have enough energy of the new inside yourself in this moment, you may have big problems to open for the possibility to share space, to share your life with someone. So when we have excess of the energy of the old, we are close to new opportunities, we are close to new relationships. It's more difficult. We find more resistance to enter in these spaces. And we become deeply attached to how things are. We become dependent of things to remain like this. And of course, this takes us to be isolated and to be stuck in life, take us to stagnation.